Today's verdict confirms what we have said from the beginning, that the claims against Johnny Depp are defamatory and unsupported by any evidence. We are grateful, so grateful to the jury for their careful deliberation, to the judge and the court staff who have devoted an enormous amount of time and resources towards this case.
It's time to turn the page and look to the future. Thank you all so much, and thanks to the jury.
Thank you so much.
The guy spent 6 years. He gets his life back now. What is up? It's your boy Johnny Shreve. I have BB Promos to tell like it is. Welcome back to a podcast Uncut. It's been a while since I've been on this, but I gotta chime in. Obviously, guys, if anyone's been following the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial, it has came to a close, and Johnny Depp has won on every single count that was done in the defamation trial. He was awarded $50 million, and Amber Heard was awarded $2 million. I've been following this thing from start to finish because, you know, I love the courts. I love court stuff. Like it's fun, you know, lawyer work and stuff. For you guys to know, I went to school for criminology, sociology. So a lot of stuff's appealing, and I like watching it. Now, talk about this and my opinion on all this, because I'm definitely gonna give my opinion because it needs to be said. I'm happy that everything happened the way it did because justice was served, and there's a few things I need to say right away. Number one, for all those women and men who have been abused, domestic abuse, all of that, I'm glad that justice was served because we have a liar out of the way, and we know what a liar looks like, at least. It sucks that, you know, someone like Amber Heard, with her celebrity status and power, would literally go those lengths. You know what I mean? Like, anyone who's watched it literally said all the crazy things she said without one stitch of evidence showing all the, you know, sexual assault with a bottle. You know what I mean? Like, he arted with a bottle. He punched her all the time with rings. All this stuff that she said didn't have one lick of evidence. But there's a bigger thing behind this, and I'm gonna touch on it because I have to. Mental health. I have a lot of empathy for Amber Heard. I do. Sympathy, not right now. No, sorry. Empathy, 100%. Because I was diagnosed with borderline. She was diagnosed with BPD as well, and I forget the other one she was diagnosed with. But I can resonate a lot with this, not because I've been like her in my past, but I 100% can tell you that her actions are the results of not being taken care of in terms of making sure you're talking to your therapist regularly, you know, weekly, bi-weekly check-ins. You know, I did dialectical behavioral therapy. You know, like, I went through everything I could to manage my brain and to make sure that my day-to-day life was not ran by impulse. And that's basically what it is. You know, it's this crazy, crazy fear of abandonment followed with, you know, some type of trauma, early childhood trauma, or whatever it is. If you do not make that the priority to make sure that you're seeing a therapist so you can, you know, manage your brain, manage your mind, manage all those things, this is a result. She went this far because of her mental health. She obviously wasn't taking care of her mental health and went to the lengths to stop the end of her of losing her husband. And that's all it is. I saw right through it. I'm like, this is BPD at its peak, at its climax. Someone's gonna leave me. I don't, you know, it's BPD is basically like, leave me but don't leave me. You know what I mean? Like, it's a push away, but how dare you leave me when I'm trying to push you away? It's sad because this is a grown up. She's 34. She's younger than I am. I'm 39 this year, and I've been 100% active. I'm talking like at my mental health. Just, that was my priority. I would always say I want to be a Jedi of my mind because I knew and know that my past life, had I continued to live that way, I would not be here right now. I'd be in jail before I left high school. I'm blessed enough that I'm not there. I'm not. I've been blessed enough to get through. I've been blessed enough to literally be here right now speaking to you. But I can promise you, if I did not take care of it, it was end of 2014, I was like, I need to get this. It's not done yet. I did my addiction stuff first, my addiction counseling and all that. And then there was something else that wasn't taken care of. There was something else that I knew was off. And it wasn't, the transformation wasn't complete. My mental transformation. And when I went I was like, this is the priority. If I want to be anything in my life, if I want to have proper relationships, proper work environment, proper anything, I would have to see a therapist to take care of this. Not to them take care of it, but to help me, give me the best coping mechanisms, group therapy, whatever it was I need to do, because it was literally killing me. It was robbing me of joy. It was robbing me of success. It was robbing me of my day to day in the moment. I couldn't even stay in the moment and enjoy the moment. I'd be so worried about the past or so triggered from the future or whatever it is. And then it was just an utter mess. So I see, I get it. I understand Amber Heard. I get her. I see it. I have empathy. But let this be a lesson to anybody out there. Number one, don't lie. Number one, don't. There are people out there who are abused, who have been, part of, DV. You know what I mean? There is a lot of people who've been, I try not to say these, because YouTube is, or just demonetize the shit when you say, but you know what I'm saying? There are people who've actually been in Amber Heard's situation for real and have never got justice, or maybe got justice, but either way, those who have got justice from that and who have been able to be free from that situation, Amber Heard was walking all over that, man, just making a mockery of people who actually been in that situation. And a lot of people do the same thing when it comes to racism. Jussie Smollett, same shit, right? Just completely and utterly lying. But that's a result. I see it. It's a result of not taking care of your mental health. Your mental health should be number freaking one. That's it. If you're I gotta say this, man, because it's like, if your mental health is not your first priority in your life, like if you're watching this right now and you're like, shoot, man, mental health isn't my number one priority, then it needs to be today. Like make the decision today that mental health is gonna be my priority. And today I'm gonna look up where I gotta look up to find out where to go to see if I can see a therapist or whatever, or get help. Whatever it is, a hotline or whatever, and then the next day you're going to continue that until you find the right solution to get you to a place where you can have control over your mental state. Your relationships will not work. Your family will not work. Your relationship with any relationship will not work at the most optimal as it can. If you do not put your mental health first, you will not do good in work. You might surfacely do good, and you might be able to, make some money still, but you will be miserable. I'm telling you, make it your priority. Because if you let this thing go unchecked, you're going to find yourself in a position or in a place that you wish you never were, and you're just going to look back and be like, oh man, I could have done some of this years ago. I can say it 1,000 times. I would not be here today. I would not be on this road to achieve the goals that I'm achieving, the success I'm seeing in the nearest future. I would not be here today at all. I wouldn't be able to manage any of this if I didn't take care of my mental health. I promise you that. So you guys got to think to yourself the same thing. You have to put it as a priority. If you do not, you're gonna rob yourself. You're gonna rob your life of joy, of just you're gonna rob it, man. Because anyway. Good for Johnny, but at the same time, I watched the case and there's a couple of statements Johnny made that was basically like, he knew that going to this case that he would have some things revealed about him to the whole world that, it's gonna make, it's gonna make the thing a little different. But good for him for being transparent, because that's what it took. The guy spent 6 years. He gets his life back now, sort of, because you have the people being like, oh, Amber wasn't right at all. The 14, like the unanimous decisions by every juror. People still be like, oh, I don't know, Johnny Depp, I don't know. And this isn't a woman-man thing. It's not. It's a mental health thing. They both need help. Johnny Depp looks like he's been getting help, but Amber Heard, I don't know if I can't tell you, but it looks like Johnny Depp looks like he was, or trying to, at least. And it looks like Amber was in denial. Don't make this a man and woman thing. But yes, obviously you can definitely make the argument that this happens to men all the time. It does. And people like Amber are the reason why we have ridiculous rules in Canada for these. Like, I don't know if you guys heard the rule in Canada we have for basically like, if you are charged with assault or whatever against a woman or whatever it is, you can argue the fact that you were too drunk if you're too drunk. That's a statement. I'll get my guy to put up here, but it's actually pathetic. But it's all of these like these men and women that cry wolf that ruin it for the people that are actually going through situations like this. And I'm not gonna make it any longer than what it is, but I just gotta say, look, man, I'm happy that Johnny Depp got his justice, but there's a lot of people out there that need justice as well too. But let this be a lesson to you guys out there. I'm serious. Put your mental health straight. Put your mental health first. First. Your mental health is you. Put your mental health first before anything else. And I promise you that'll be the best tip I've ever given you on this channel. Mental health first before everything. And I can promise you this. Your life will change for the utmost, greatest. I'm telling you. You put that first, and your life will be completely different in the most optimal way, in the most joyful way, in the most rewarding way. Put your mental health first.